Welcome back, everyone. My name is Anne Rainton, and this is Who's That Image Consultant, where we invite image consultants from all around the world to find out what their business is like, how they got started, how they get their work, everything you want to know about an image consultant, so that if you're thinking about being an image consultant, you've got the inside information. And today it's my pleasure to introduce an image consultant from South Africa. So welcome, Lizel Van Der Westhuizen. How are you?
Fine, and you, Anne?
I'm good. I must say to everyone out there, we're laughing a little bit because I did have a bit of a stumble over Lizel's surname. It's a little bit difficult for someone who's not Afrikaans. Anyway, it's great to have you here, Lizel, and it's going to be really interesting to find out about your business. So let's start at the very beginning. What did you do before you became an image consultant, and what made you become one?
I was an HR manager for a large company, and I really felt bad for the people who came for interviews. Some people didn't get the job, and when I investigated their CVs, they actually had good qualifications, and it appeared to me that appearance is really important. So my husband decided, when I fell pregnant with the firstborn, I'm ready to be a house mom. Well, that didn't work out quite good for me. I fell into a huge depression after my firstborn, and I told my husband, I'm not the stay-at-home mom type. And he said, okay, I'll pay, you go and find your passion. I studied beauty many years ago, and makeup was one of the best things ever. And I really, really have a passion for people. I love working with people. I love seeing change, and I went to a ladies' event and saw an image consultant talk there, and I approached her and asked her, how did you become one? And that's where my journey started. Yeah, did the course, and 5-6 years along the line, here I am.
So it was about 5 or 6 years ago that you trained?
Yes.
So when you finished your training and you were first out getting your business, how did you get started?
Definitely social media, and I had to do a lot of free workshops, free ladies events, just to get some exposure and actually show people what image consulting is really about. I sometimes get the idea that people don't really know what an image consultant is, so I like to use the word appearance specialist more.
I like that.
Yes, appearance specialist, then it's actually for your corporates. They actually then tend to listen. So when I started out, it was a lot of free stuff. Thank you to friends and family for being my models. And yeah, faking till you're making it, eh? I used my family and friends as clients. And that's how I started. And 4 years along the way, I can really tell you now that my business is starting to boom. I think I found my spot where and what I want to do.
That's fantastic. So just in a nutshell, it sounds like you've got two target markets. You've got a corporate market and you've got what I call the everyday market.
Yes.
Okay, so what percentage would each of those be?
I'll say 60% would be your everyday market and 40% would be your corporate market. The corporate market is getting a bit bigger, but it tends to be hard to get into the corporates as they don't know exactly what we are. And I think after Image Innovators South Africa registered image consulting as a career, I think it will really, really help us to see it is legit. The everyday people, I think they struggle in the workplace, and when they see they actually dress better, look better, they phoned me and gave me good reviews telling me that it actually goes better with their job. So yes, the everyday market is definitely my bigger market.
Okay, that's interesting. Is that mainly females or males and females?
Mainly females.
Mainly females.
Mainly females, yes.
Okay, cool. So you trained with another company. What made you transfer over to Image Innovators South Africa?
Because Image Innovators International is one of the best companies to be affiliated with. The tools you guys have out there, none of the other image companies have that. And I just felt to lose all that I learned would be ridiculous. And the support we get from you guys is just impeccable. So that's why I decided to move over to the new company, as the new company provided us with all the tools, and we still were affiliated with you. And that really helped a lot.
That's great. As we move through our career, those people who are successful tend to have people behind them supporting them, mentors, promoters, those sorts of people. Do you have those in your life?
My husband's definitely my number one supporter. He supported me all the way, marketing all my material, telling all his corporate clients about me. And then you guys are definitely mentors. Image Innovators South Africa is my mentors. You guys, you and Claire, Kayla, Runel are very much part of what we do. I always tell them it's not each company can provide you with 24/7 assistance, and that really helps when you're stuck, that you know that there's 4 people that can assist you. Yeah, that is my mentors, it's my family, friends, and I'll say you guys internationally and here in South Africa.
Have you found that there's been some clients that you've worked with who have been so thrilled with what the outcome is that they've gone on to tell other people? They've become what I call the promoters in your business?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes. Those people, I think they changed my life more than I've changed theirs. To see the appreciation, you can't explain to anyone how much that means to you, to receive an early morning email or a WhatsApp at night, or someone phoning you telling that lady sent them your way and they could really see the change in their lives. So I think my clients is definitely also great supporters and marketers for me out there.
Yes, I think sometimes we forget to understand how important these people are in our business. You know, the ones that just sprout the word about us because they think that what we do is so wonderful, and it is, but to have someone that constantly wants to say, go and see Lizel, she's fantastic. They are so important to our business that I think we really need to recognise who they are and make sure they know we really appreciate them in whatever way we can.
Definitely. A thing that I do for my clients, I put a reminder on my Outlook when their birthdays are. I feel that every lady or every person likes a treat on their birthday, so I'll send them a gift voucher, giving them a little bit of discount on the next service. So that also ensures them coming back, either to buy makeup or another shopping hour. I like to give them something that doesn't cost me money. I'll rather give a little bit of my time. And that really came back and helped me a lot. And they really do appreciate that as well. And they feel very special that you don't forget them and you don't see them just as a number.
Yes, absolutely. I know when I was out there working a lot, I would know who my small band of promoters were. And whenever I was doing a paid workshop, I would just invite them for free, because it was just something special that I could give them that didn't cost me anything, but it meant something to them. So that's fantastic. So that leads me to the types of services you offer. What are they?
I offer my individual style and color consultations. Then I do a lot of workshops where I see 4 to 6 ladies at a time doing a color or a style workshop with them. I love doing makeup workshops and incorporate a little bit of the image consulting with that. Then I do a little bit of talks at business events, and sometimes people invite me to their networking mornings or evenings, and I do little workshops there, encourage people to tell them why their appearance is really important in the business world and in the everyday world.
Great.
So that is what I offer.
That's fabulous. And I believe you also do makeovers.
Makeovers is quite big at this stage, especially between 40 to 50 years. That's the market that is out there at this stage. And it's just amazing. I think with technology and everything, we age younger. That's what I tell these clients that's coming to me at this stage, because they think when they're 40, they're very old, or when they're 50, they're very old. So they come here and tell me, you have to help me gray my hair. And I'm like, and your kids are how old? They don't want to see granny picking them up. And when I take them through everything, I see that they really realize that age is only a number. with a little bit of effort, you can really look good. You don't need to look like a celebrity to have a change in your life. Just a fresh cut or color or wearing the right color close to your face can really make a big difference. So that is quite big at this stage, and I think I found a new passion for doing these type of makeovers. It just warms my heart to see a lady coming in here, shoulders down, no smile, leaving after 4 days with a big smile, tears in her eyes, and the appreciation is just overwhelming for that.
Absolutely. And, I always find that if you can fix this, not fix, that's the wrong word, but if you can improve the hair and the makeup, if that's something that they need to do, maybe more modern glasses or something like that. And, when it comes to their wardrobe, sometimes it's just teaching them how to wear their wardrobe a different way. Yes, we'll add some more things in, but I think people just get into old habits all the time and they don't know how to break out of it. And that 40 to 50, that's menopause. That's when you start to feel awkward about yourself. I certainly know when I went through that, you do have a body change and you do start to feel like you're on the downward slope. But I'm happy to say at 62, hopefully I'm still up here a little bit. Anyway, Lizel, I believe you have some children. They're at school at the moment.
Yes, I have 2 little daughters. The one is turning 3 on the 1st of April, a little April Fool's baby. And my eldest daughter is turning 5 in September. So they differ 17 months.
So they're little. So that they would keep you and a husband pretty busy. So how do you work your business around that?
Luckily, they're in kindergarten, so they can be at school the whole day. At that little age, they really do understand what I do. They can see the passion I have. I have a husband that also has his own business. So we are very supportive of each other, and we try to work around each other's schedules to get the kids at school or drop them off. And I try to work my workshops and consultations around that, rather doing it in the mornings, and then have my afternoons free to take them to the activities. And everyone that has their own business will know that there is no office hours. So when the kids are at bed, we go back to the office, and we have set aside dates for date night to just reconnect, not talk about work or kids. So yeah, we try to support each other. I really do have a supportive husband, family and friends that assist me with the kids when I really can't go and pick them up. When I tell the kids I'll give them a little bit of a makeup lesson, they don't care, they love it. And when I have clients here over weekends, I ask the clients if the session is done, if I can call my little girls and that they can give their opinion. And it's so sweet. And everyone loves it. And yeah, the kids' opinion is actually the best one. They always have such nice things to tell the ladies. And I think then they also get taught from a young age that it is an important thing to look good.
That's fantastic. I grew up, well, my children grew up with me doing the work too. And I have a son and a daughter. And my daughter was more interested. By the time my daughter was about 14, I'd been doing it virtually all her life. And people would come in to have their colours done. And she would whisper to me from the other room, "Mum, I think they're whatever." And she was often right. And so they just learn, don't they? They get their own training just by watching us. I think you said something else that is really important, and that is you schedule date nights and time for yourself, because that is such an important thing. Because when you have a business of your own, you are super busy. You often work harder than a 9-to-5 person to make your business a success. And it's too easy to fall into the trap that I just don't have time. And so when you schedule time, that is when it really does happen, whether that be date nights or time out for you to go and have some relaxation, facial massage, whatever it is for you. So I think that's great. That's really important. So I'll finish up by asking you one more question, and that is, if you could go back and speak to yourself just having finished your training, would you have some sage advice that you know now that you didn't know then?
Yeah, get yourself a support system and just realize that you can't sometimes do everything yourself. If there's someone out there that can assist you with your website, pay that money. It would pay off in the end. Go for extra social media training. go for different types of training and outsource some of the work that you really can't do yourself and focus on what you are good at. That's definitely advice.
That's really great advice. Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you today, Lizel, and I'm sure our audience has really enjoyed it as well. So thank you, everybody, for listening today. And from Lizel and I, we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.